Well, I just want to make sure that you guys are all aware that not only did Iverson Molinar win the Bailey Howell Award yesterday, which was really a big deal for me. I think it's really a nice thing that the Hall of Fame does, and the Choctaw Indian Nation is the sponsor now, which is great. But that was cool because that's the fourth time in the last 5 years a Mississippi State player has won that award as being the premier college player in the state of Mississippi, and I think that's a beautiful thing for our program. And then today it came out a little while ago that he was first team All SEC, as voted on by the coaches, which is no offense to media, the one that I pay attention to the most. And so I think that's a really nice recognition of how other people hold Iverson in terms of being one of the best players in the SEC. Questions?
Coach, obviously, when you play the SEC tournament, you're going to see a team you've seen before, and for you, you've seen South Carolina twice. Looking back at the film, other than being at home and having that advantage, what was the difference between those two games this year when y'all faced them?
I thought that in the first game we really executed well offensively and played pretty good defense. And second game, obviously, they played really well. I thought that Kuznard was a huge difference. In the first game we played him, he wasn't playing to the level that he's been playing at the last month now, and I think he and Bryant both have really upped their play. And they're the two guys going into the season, you looked at and said those are the best two players, and they're playing like it now. And I would say that's a huge difference between those two games, those two guys.
Still not expecting Rocket to play?
Correct.
When you last question for me, Coach, when you look at the play of Anderson Garcia over the last month or so, it's obvious he's inserted himself more on the offensive end, and a lot of that's come from rebounds and offensive putbacks. But in what areas have you seen him grow the most over the last 6 weeks?
I would just say, he's just very comfortable out there, and he's he's playing a lot more minutes now, and he will again on Thursday. But he's just very comfortable. I think he's creates a lot of offense with his defense for our team. You look back at some of the games, it's been his steals that have ignited our runs in certain games, and he's really competitive. He's great on the glass. He's our best offensive rebounder per minute played over the last couple months. He goes every time, plays with reckless abandon, and really excited for him to see the kind of growth he made from a year ago when he got here to where he is right now. And basically he's like a freshman, because last year was really a COVID year where he'll still have 3 years of eligibility.
Theo, go ahead and hop in there for a few.
With what's at stake, how motivated are you and these players to make a run here with so much at stake in the SEC tournament?
Well, hey, it's do or die now, and so I'm very excited, and I think our players had a good spirited practice yesterday, and so we'll have a great effort come Thursday night against South Carolina, and our guys, want to have a chance to advance in this tournament and do something special.
And you talked about the All-SEC teams. Did you end up voting for Ja'Vari Smith because he was on the winning team?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll go to John Sokoloff to wrap us up. John, go ahead.
And you talked about Iverson earlier, but I mean, what does he just kind of mean to you? Because when you look at the player that he's become and him just winning that award and how he's kind of developed his skills and knowing that you kind of played a role in all of that, what does Iverson mean to you?
Well, Iverson means very much to me in terms of what a great kid he is, how proud I am to have had the opportunity to coach him and watch him grow and watch him improve. But it's really him. I mean, he has an incredible – Iverson Molinar is one of the best work ethics, attitudes, commitment to excellence of any player I've ever coached. He eats impeccably. You would not believe how well he takes care of his body. This kid, sleeps, eats, and breathes basketball. He's, unbelievable in terms of the amount of time he spends on his game in the gym during the season, in the off season. If you talk to our strength coach, Colin Cran, he would tell you what a phenomenal young man he is in that area and how hard he works. He's very, very consistent on a daily basis in everything he does. He's a great teammate, which is, as a coach, you really appreciate. And then he's also embodies a student athlete. When I got into this business 40 years ago, it was about helping kids, reach their potential both as players and as students. And, they all want to be pros, but so few of them are actually going to do it. And you've got to have life after basketball. And he's definitely set up for that as well. He's a major in business administration, a minor in landscape architecture, very bright. He's going to do very well in life, not just in basketball. And he's going to do great in basketball over the next decade.
And quick follow-up from Theo's question a little earlier. I know you said it's do or die right now, but one, kind of a two-parter. One, how would you assess your team's kind of sense of urgency since the A&M game, kind of knowing that? And two, how much is at stake in this tournament, you think?
Well, I think that, the only way we get in the NCAA tournament is to win the tournament. And that's, very difficult, but it's been done, can be done. The last time Mississippi State won this tournament was down in Tampa, Florida. And our guys, I think are going to really come out and give a great effort. And as we know, South Carolina will. So it'll be a heck of a matchup because both teams are going to play incredibly hard. And it'll be a very physical and hard-fought game. And basically the way you look at it right now, it's just one game at a time. I mean, you got to survive the first game to get a chance to play the second game and survive that.